ball game on a Tuesday night. Ian O'Connor, 5 of 11 for field goals this year for Marshall. Blocked by Southern Miss in a 10-0 game. That's all for O'Connor. He's done kicking. In comes David DeFada, freshman kicker. Never attempted a field goal. Third quarter, DeFada from 22, good. Marshall cuts the deficit to 17-10. In the fourth, the Thundering Herd had thundered back from down 14 to tied, and now DeFada with a chance to win it. We're knotted up at 24s. Teammates tell him, we got your back. You're going to make it. We're going to win. We're going to enjoy. Oh, no, we're not. Two men from Southern Miss just come unencumbered through, block the kick easily. We go into overtime in OT. College overtime, single stupidest rule in sports. DeFada from 27 yards. Stoink, upright. He can't believe it. Southern Miss gets the football, and Darren McCaleb, he comes in from 34 yards out. He had missed one earlier in the game. This one looks like it's hooking, but it's a little bit deceiving. The angle's not as good, but the kick is good. Southern Mississippi, one more win, and they are bowl eligible. Conference, show them something. Big night. Rich Rodriguez putting this team in the hand of the youngsters. The freshman, redshirt freshman, Pat White, forced out of the pocket. No growing pains for these youngsters. He chucks it up, and Brandon Miles makes an unbelievable catch. One more time, a top play nominee. This one's complicated. Know what I mean? He tips it to himself. West Virginia would score on the drive, go up 7-0. 54 ticks into the second quarter. Uh-oh. The power in Nippert Stadium goes out. I fear that Dr. Doom might be in Cincinnati. After a 10-minute delay, coaches agree to play under the emergency lights as the real lights slowly come back on. The Mountaineers ultimately would knock them out by themselves. White again rolls out. There's that combination again. It's Miles down. He had two grabs. They're both on SportsCenter. Mountaineers scored again. They're up 14-0. Then the road graders, Jeremy Sheffy and Garen Justice, clear a monster path for the fantastic freshman Steve Slayton. You give him a hole that big with his speed, he'll take it to the paint. 25 carries, 128 yards. This team looks like they might be cruising to the BCS. Appreciate Fresno State trying to end Boise State's 31 in a row in the WAC, and they would in a big way. Boise State scored early, but then Wendell Mathis just plows into the end zone. He had 121 yards on the night. Take another look. Road graders creating a massive hole. Pat Hill called this the biggest game at Bulldog Stadium in his 9 years there, and his fellas came out locked and loaded. Tied the game at 7. Then Fresno State up 7. It would be more after this.
Pinniger will throw deep again for Paul Williams, who adjusts, makes the catch. That flag is on Boise as Williams stays in bounds, stays alive, and has one of the longest touchdowns in Fresno State history.
That's Paul Pinniger to Paul Williams, who looked great. Williams had 6 catches, 149 yards. Fresno had over 500 in the game. They're up 27-7. Pinniger finds Jermaine Jackson. No, not that one, but this Jackson. But check out Gerald Alexander. It's desperation time. He just chucks his towel. I don't know if he did it on purpose. Either way, Fresno State wins 27-7, and frankly, they beat them worse than that. Impressive win. They take on USC.
Invite to Papa John's Cardinal Stadium, where the Cardinals had won 10 straight home games, and the Scarlet Knights pumped up on the Cardinal. Last time a team got pumped up on the Cardinal was Cincinnati in Louisville. Well, they beat them 70-7. You don't want to get these guys riled up. First quarter, Cardinals up 7-3, protecting the house. Here's Colby Smith, starting for the injured Michael Bush. Bush notes something about touchdown runs, so too does Smith. 14-3 Louisville. Third quarter, up 35-5. Brian Brom to Joshua Tinch. Across the middle, 36 yards to score. How about 42-5? Did I mention Rutgers led 3-0 in this game? The offensive lineman, Kurt Quarterman, lines up in the backfield, runs it in, give it to the fridge. Quarterman, 3 carries, 3 touchdowns in his career. And the Louisville players celebrate by jumping on their own beloved Cardinal. Yeah, a crush job indeed. Chris Fowler and the Game Day guys in Tuscaloosa.